What is up guys, today we are going over the best M250 attachments and calibrations in Delta Force. This gun M250 hits 34 damage all the way out to 46 meters, fires at 550 RPM and melts player with a 218 milliseconds time to kill. Most LMGs make you slow and clunky, but not this one. With the right attachments and calibrations, the M250 gives you insane firepower and surprising mobility. Let's get into the build. Let's start with the M250 with no attachments and we will go from the front to the back. Starting with the barrel, we use the M250 titanium long barrel. This gives us an extra 6 meters of max damage range, which is 34 damage, and it adds good control and stability, which this gun really needs. So we put that on first. Next, for the muzzle, we use the Bastion horizontal compensator. The vertical recoil on this gun is easy to control, but the horizontal recoil can be annoying. So this muzzle helps with that. On the left rail, I like using the red laser plus the light combo. Normally I put it on a riser, but this weapon does not need it. So we keep it directly on the left rail since there's nothing else to add there. On the right rail, we can't attach anything, so we leave that empty for now. Then on the upper rail, we add the DD Python handguard. This gives us extra handling, which is important to balance out other attachments. Moving on to the foregrip, we go with the X25 angle combat grip. This gives us a huge amount of control, as you can see in the details, but it does lower stability and handling a bit. We will fix that later with other attachments. For magazine, the weapon comes with 125 rounds by default, which is more than we need. So we will go with 75 round mag, which increases handling by 6, which helps with ADS speed and overall movement. Optic, I prefer the Cobra sight because it raises the sight slightly and keeps good handling. You can use the 3.5x scope, but it reduces handling too much, so I prefer sticking with the Cobra sight. Next, for the rear grip, we use the Invasion rear grip to boost both control and handling even more. Finally, for the stock, we go with the skeleton stock. This gives a strong boost to handling and stability, and we really need that stability because the lens balance on the weapon is very high. Now, looking at the details before calibration, you can see our damage fall-off range is extremely strong, from 0 meters all the way out to 46 meters. The time to kill sits at 218 milliseconds, which is very solid. On the control tab, you can see we have heavily reduced the recoil. The handling looks a bit weaker for now, but we'll fix that during calibration. And the stability looks great, which is really important on the M250, especially when you're holding your breath. You always want this number high. Now, let's start with the calibration. First one, we go with barrel. We set the weight limit all the way to max and the length all the way down to minimum. This boosts our ADS speed, which the weapon badly needs. And it also increases firing stability for longer range shots. We don't care too much about muzzle velocity here because the long barrel already improved it by a good amount. The next one, we go with foregrip. We put the thickness all the way down to minimum to gain back the ADS movement speed that we lost earlier. Next, let's talk about the rear grip. We set the weight limit to max for extra control and the thickness all the way down for the faster hip fire ADS speed, which also reduces ADS time overall. Let's talk about the stock. We push the weight limit to max again for more control and set the cheek pad placement all the way down for plus 4% ADS movement speed. This helps keeps the gun surprisingly mobile for an LMG. Let's talk about the optic. We move the eye relief all the way down to minimum so you can see more through the sight window. Now, after finishing all the calibration, the detail tab looks much better. Our control is insanely high. You can basically full auto this gun without worrying about horizontal recoil. Our firing stability is also very strong. The handling is much better than before, and don't forget the laser will reduce ADS time by another 15 milliseconds. Our ADS movement speed is now higher than the default, which is great for an LMG. For stability, the only stat that changed was the breath sway range, and even though it increased a bit, it is still far better than the default numbers. The most important stat here is the current stability while firing, because the M250 has a lot of visual recoil and this is what helps reduce the most. And now that you know the stats and we have dialed in our attachments and calibration, let's hop into the firing range to see how it handles.
artillery barrage!
Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming. Objective Bravo 1 is ours.
Smoke barrage ready.
One down! Enemy down!
We have taken Objective Bravo 1. It's time to wipe Havoc out once and for all. Copy. Vehicle dropped to designated location.
I'm fucking...
Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming.
Appreciate it!
Allied troops launching an assault on Objective Delta 1.
Request artillery barrage on coordinates.
Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming.
Not barrage ready.
Objective Delta 1 secure. Objective Delta 1 is under attack. Copy. Vehicle drop to designated location.
I'm cooked! Medic! Target hit!
Allied troops launching an assault on Objective Delta 2.
Enemy down!
Objective Delta 1 is under attack.
I need help! I need aid! Cheers, mate!
Strategic beacon deployed. Attention! We've lost half our forces. Today is the day we put an end to Havoc's ideas of a new world.
Now!
Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming. Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming. This is their last line of defense. They've nowhere else to run. Final push. We've sustained heavy losses, but we must push forward.
Tango, down!
Their last thing. Take the sector.
I need a hand! Medic, here!
All enemy forces neutralized. Nice work.